Um, I don't think I need to introduce myself. You've been receiving emails from me from a very long time. And all I need to say, I think, is that I'm the National Autistic Task Force's token neurotypical. Uh, Many of you will be aware of how NAT started and how it arose from the National Autism Project, both of these activities being funded by Dame Steve Shirley and the Shirley Foundation. And before we started, I wanted to pay tribute to two key figures in this story who are sadly no longer with us. And these are Elizabeth Vallance and Dinah Murray. Lady Elizabeth Vallance was a distinguished academic and then had a long career in the public sector with a particular interest in mental health and children's welfare. And she became chair of the National Autism Project Strategy Board. And one of our first jobs was to approach Dinah Murray to join the board. I'm afraid we were a bit tokenistic in those days and thought we'd just have one autistic person on the board. We learned our lessons later on. Elizabeth invited Dinah Murray to meet us in the crowded and claustrophobic, noisy subterranean cafe in the Royal Society of Arts. And when Dinah was fighting her way across the room, Elizabeth leapt towards her, grasped her by both hands and hugged her. So as you can imagine, Elizabeth was not well versed in autistic behaviors at that time. But Dinah withstood this neurotypical assault very, very bravely and agreed to join the National Autism Project, but on condition that she could create an autistic advisory panel. She and her colleagues, many of whom then became part of NAT, became what was termed the productive irritants to the National Autism Project, a term coined by Professor Martin Knapp of the London School of Economics. And it was thanks to Dinah that NAP, the National Autism Project, then evolved into the National Autistic Task Force. And it was she who gained the necessary financial support from the Shirley Foundation. So both Elizabeth and Dinah, they were good friends and colleagues to me, and they'll be very sadly missed.